can't worry about what the experts say. We just hope that they stick to their word. We want them to sound dumb at the end. Like, stick to your guns. If you were calling us pretenders in the beginning, call us pretenders now. Call us pretenders the whole time, because you gotta be that way. You don't get to go hindsight is 2020 with this every year. You know what I mean? Just stick to your word, stick to your guns. We're a terrible team. We don't have enough talent. We're just, on a rebuilding year, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever the case may be, whatever your word was, please stick to it.
That's Richard Sherman's weekly post-game rant. I assume he's only going to do that as long as they keep winning. It probably rings a little hollow.
Well,
if they
stick
lose
to your
a game.
guns. Baker Mayfield didn't shake your hand. Stick to them then. I mean, you said it. Say it. Come on. The hell of the video. That's the hell of the evidence that we've seen. Stick to your guns. He didn't shake your hand. I mean, that's just a bunch of BS, Richard. There's nothing I could say more than that. No, we've reevaluated the situation, and it's changed. We think you're awesome. Sorry.
Here's what he wants. He wants to have the easy external motivation that comes from the perception of disrespect. So if everyone is saying the 49ers are great, and I've moved them up to number 2 in the power rankings, we're going to have that coming up later in the program. It's hard. What do? And eventually you're going to be like Tom Brady after a playoff game saying nobody believes in us, and everybody's going to say, what the hell is Tom smoking? Everybody believes in you. Somebody spiked his avocado ice cream. I mean, but if you can convince yourself of it, see, that's what it's easier to get yourself lathered up if you believe that everyone thinks you stink. Once you improve, you can't say, well, no, everybody who thought we weren't a playoff team is prohibited by law from changing their opinion. That's just such a stupid and lazy take, but I understand why he's doing what he's doing.
Yes,
he
I
wants
get that too.
Us all to say they stink and continue to pick against them so they have that motivation.
Yeah, no, I understand that too. And players are always going to look at, anything to kind of get them riled up, give them a little extra motivation, yes, but the reality is, we do evaluate people. I mean, sometimes you think people are nice people and they end up being murderers, and then we don't just go, no, they're nice still. I'm sticking to my guns. They're still nice. I don't care about the murder. No, they're not. They murdered somebody, and we were fooled, okay? And maybe we were fooled by this. That might not have been the best example, but that's all I had for you, okay?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of took a turn.
Yeah,
it took a little bit of a turn.
It's just
you could just say you could think somebody's really nice, and then it turns out they're a jerk.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about me. I thought you were talking about me until you went murderer, and then I'm thinking, does he know something I don't know?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess OJ popped into my head more than anything there. Okay, sorry. All right. But either way.
All right, go ahead. What's your grievance?
Okay. My first grievance is this. I'm going to go to the Dallas Cowboys here, okay? Because the Jones family has rewarded 2 players on their football team and done the right thing by them and gave them the financial security for the rest of their life, and guys like Ezekiel Elliott and DeMarcus Lawrence, all right? And I'm going to sit here, and I mean, we banged on the table, especially for Ezekiel Elliott, okay? And I'm going to hold him to the standard, and I like Ezekiel Elliott as a football player and everything. But right now, Mike, I mean, I can't look at Ezekiel Elliott and say he's the cream of the crop in the NFL at the running back position. I watched that Cowboys-Jets game last week on film yesterday, okay? There was some runs in that game where I go, if that's Dalvin Cook, if that's Christian McCaffrey, if that's Leonard Fournette, who else am I missing in that conversation? Nick Chubb, who I just watched the game before, and I went, damn, Nick Chubb looks like he's in fast forward compared to Ezekiel Elliott. There were some runs in the game this past Sunday that were 15-yard runs, 20-yard runs where I go, if those were the other guys, they're 70-yard touchdowns. And you're being paid, big guy, like you're the best running back in football. Hey, anybody can run through a big hole and make 15 yards, 20 yards. You're getting paid $15 million a year because we expect you to not let the one guy on the field who's left to make the tackle from being a 70-yard touchdown to just being a 20-yard gain. That, DeMarcus Lawrence, his inability to sack. If you looked at the Dallas Cowboys right now, I'd go, oh, they made Robert Quinn the highest paid defensive lineman in the history of football, or the highest paid defense. He's been phenomenal. Oh, wait, it's the other guy that I don't really see show up right now. So, yeah, that would be my grievance. If you're going to ask for more money, then you're going to get scrutiny when you don't perform and you're being paid like the highest guy in football, like you've done with Kirk Cousins before and things like that.
So what's your grievance? Your grievance is Ezekiel Elliott isn't playing well, so
yes.
He shouldn't have gotten his contract?
No, I'm not saying that. You're right. What is my grievance? My grievance is that when you get paid a lot of money, you better perform or you're going to get scrutiny. And the scrutiny has not really started on those two, so I guess I'm starting it right now.
on DeMarcus Lawrence and on Ezekiel Elliott, the guys who got paid. And if anything, that hurts Dak Prescott, because if you've got your two other guys that you've given market value to and they dip, at some level, the Cowboys are going to say, maybe we should just let this play out a little bit more with Dak Prescott, because maybe if we give him a big contract, the same thing's going to happen, although it's different people, there's different circumstances.
Yes.
If you feel like you've been burned by making the big investment and you're not getting the return on it, and that's all these guys want. They want the return on their investment. They don't want to pay for past performance. They want to pay for current and future performance, and I guess your point is it's on the player at that point to
now
justify
you got to do it.
The investment
the
that was
owner,
made.
the family, they gave you the money. Now you got to make them look good and look right and perform at that level, and they're not. And if people want to know why they're 3-3, those are two big reasons. I would go, that's why.
All right. So my grievance is I had to spend the time for my grievance explaining your grievance, and I didn't have time to get to my grievance.
Yes.
That's my grievance.
Okay, good. Deal with it, all right? Let's have another
segment. Another hour of PFT Live still to come. We'll be back with all of that right after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.